Now, back in 2005, when Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith released by creator George Lucas, a lot of fans were very well impressed with how he handled the character of Darth Vader / Anakin Skywalker in the mix, and exactly how we saw the downfall of Anakin into becoming Darth Vader. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Disney Star Wars is that yes, we do know that as of right now, they are on the road to success, given of what we have witnessed with The Mandalorian Season 2 and what they did with the characters of Ahsoka Tano, and especially even Boba Fett and more to come, that's going to be in Season 3 and 4. Now, on top of all of this, what's really exciting all has to do with the fact that we've got George Lucas, Jon Favreau, and Dave Filoni all working together as a team to really create a ton of new, authentic Star Wars material for this new universe that is really going to be quite an experience for the fans around the world. Now, given that ever since the very end of Episode 9, a lot of fans walked away from the franchise, and now The Mandalorian Season 2 is dragging in a lot of those fans that walked away, we can really pretty much give a lot of credit to Jon Favreau for doing that. You know, he is the guy that stepped into Star Wars because of how unhappy he was with The Last Jedi by writer and director Rian Johnson. He used his contacts that he had with The Lion King and really kind of made his way into Star Wars and climbed up the ladder. He did an amazing job. So, with that being said, what's really exciting all has to do with this new universe. Now, specifically, Darth Vader was last seen in Revenge of the Sith by George Lucas and later picked up again by Disney with Rogue One back in 2016. Now, Vader is set to make his debut again in the Kenobi TV series for Disney Plus that is set to launch in the near future. However, it's noted that Disney is developing a Darth Vader-oriented TV series that is going to be based after the events of Order 66 and will focus on the Jedi killings across the galaxy that are actually in hiding. Now, this series is set to debut sometime in 2024 on Disney Plus that will also feature the return of actress Natalie Portman in the series to portray Padme Amidala once again in the new show by Lucasfilm in the form of visions that Darth Vader will have to deal with in the new series. So let's stop right there for a second. This is obviously being based off of what was done in the Star Wars comics back in 2018. 2018 was a very interesting year because that's where a lot of the Darth Vader lore was really being pumped out by Disney, and a lot of it had to do with Padme Amidala, him trying to resurrect her, and we're going to see an angle of that in this upcoming quote-unquote Order 66 series with Darth Vader as the villain. I'll get into that in just a second. So aside from that, the series will indeed focus on the surviving Jedi with Darth Vader as the main villain, and that this is labeled as an Order 66 TV show with Vader as the main big bad in the new project that is set to showcase Darth Vader's personal life as the Sith Lord as well, diving more into his struggles as Vader. Now, Vader in the Kenobi series was said to be the first step for Vader's return on Disney Plus, and that this will be the true comeback for Darth Vader in the Order 66 show that will feature Vader as the main villain. Now, let's stop right there for a second. Now, having Natalie Portman back into the Star Wars world as Padme Amidala is a big step. Was she the best actress in, the Star Wars universe at the time? She did get a lot of criticism, I will admit. And she did lose a lot of movie roles after that. Even she herself admitted that Star Wars nearly destroyed her own acting career for good. And thankfully, we did see her in a handful of projects after that, some of which even recently. But now that she's coming back to Star Wars, it's almost like she's in a position where she has nothing really to lose, right? I don't really see her getting too many roles left and right as she should. So her coming back to redeem herself as an actress, becoming a part of the universe, I think is a great step. It's almost like Hayden is also in the same boat. He got a lot of flack for what he did in the prequels, for how he acted as Anakin. And we only saw a handful of movies that he starred in. Granted, I do believe that Natalie was more successful than Hayden after Star Wars. She did get more roles than him. But at the same exact time, Hayden Christensen, Natalie Portman, they pretty much, for the most part, were in the same exact situation after the Star Wars prequel trilogy was all over and just done with. So, like I've said before, I think that obviously a lot of fans are very much invested with these new characters and what's to come for this new universe, and how George Lucas and Jon Favreau, as well as Dave Filoni, they're really trying to go back to their roots with Star Wars, really make it bare bones, you know, kind of like how we liked it in the originals and how George treated it with the prequel trilogy as well. So that's what they're going to do, you know, by incorporating Vader's life, his personal life, Padme Amidala in the form of visions and dream sequences. It's going to be a very interesting, you know, scenario to see Disney in that position. So, like I've said before in the past, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.